welcome to Music Magic 1111. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today we're going to dive right into current twin flame energies with this twin flame reading for this week. Okay, June 15th on out. And you guys know how I get down. I've already shuffled the cards, I've laid them out, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. But I want you to take a second to just kind of breathe when you connect to your energy. And we're going to get on it. Alright guys, so let's get started. Let's check in with the Divine Masculine. Let's see what the energies are around this Divine Masculine. I also want to let you guys know that I finally got my website up and running, so it is museandmagic.net. I'll post that in the description box. Again, a lot of what you see here today is going to be for sale by the end of the week, maybe even ready for tomorrow. We have a heart-shaped rose quartz, one of my favorites. Okay, it does have a drilled hole in it, so you can put it on a string to wear around your neck. This is $7 on the website once it's up. This is pyrite, nice little chunky piece, as you can see how it fits in my hands. Okay, this piece, this big, is $12. Okay, we also have an amethyst tea light candle holder. This is one of my favorites. Okay, this is $29. Okay, and there's so much more to come. But again, I'll post that in the description, and then when you guys get there, you can again schedule your readings, your healings. I am in the Bay Area, California, specifically in Richmond, California. But if you are not here, if you're out of state or too far to get to me for an actual healing in person, then I do remote healings. You can again contact me on the website. You can email me, subscribe, and then also we can talk a little bit more about how I can do the remote healings for you. Okay, so and that would just be via Skype or messenger video, however, you know, whatever app you have, I'm sure we can make it work out. Okay, so Divine Masculine, what's going on with you right now? You're still very guarded, shielded. You're still kind of under lock and key with this gate showing up, right? Your energies are still pretty, you know, you're kind of keeping people away, warding people off. You know, they kind of have to have the code, right, to get in at this time. You have the cave, which again, that star very rarely comes up, but lately it's been coming up a lot. So I know a lot of people have been dealing with a lot of the shadow sides of themselves, right? Because that's what that represents. There's only a few, like a handful of shadow cards in this particular deck, and this is the Insight Story deck. Okay, we have the cave. The cave is about going dark, right? It's about being somewhat afraid. You know, when you're inside of a cave, you don't know what the heck is in there, right? It could be bats, all kind of critters, strange noises, you know. But at the same time, a cave can also provide shelter and protection, right, from the elements. So it's kind of two sides of the same coin, so to speak. Right now, though, what this is representing for you, Divine Masculine, is a time of isolation, you know, being to yourself. For some of you, this represents, you know, your very own experience with Dark Night of the Soul. Oh gosh, I just saw a flash of someone really hitting the alcohol pretty heavily, really hitting weed, or you know, whatever, really heavily. Someone smokes very heavily. Whatever your vice, though, I feel like this is really about you kind of overindulging at this time. You're in a dark space, a dark place right now. And when no one can see you and you're all alone, right, in your own little cave or man cave for some of you, you can be authentically who you are. You can overindulge and no one will judge you. No one will know. So I feel like that's what this is showing up for you, a lot of you divine masculines here. Now we have the World card. Now the World card in a regular tarot deck, right, would represent the ending of cycles, change. But this card here in this particular deck, while it could be very much the same thing, this is about getting grounded. It's about earth, a place we call home. This is about coming back home. So you have this homesick just came up for me. You're homesick. What I feel like that means for you, divine masculine, is you're homesick without your divine feminine. And this reading just feels like a reading for twins in separation. So I can, that resonates, I'm sure, with most of you. You know, just not being at home with your divine feminine. Literally and figuratively speaking, okay? So yeah, you know, you're looking for a place to call home. You're not feeling very grounded right now, okay? But then again, this is the ending of old cycles, okay? Divine feminine, what's going on with you? We have cosmic explosion. Again, another star card. So you see that at the end of explosion, and this is about the shadow side as well. I feel like you feel explosive. You feel like you're on fire. You feel like you could possibly spontaneously combust right now. You're so full. I think it's kind of, again, a two-sided coin or a double-edged sword. On one side, you feel as if you could explode with excitement because these are exciting times in spite of everything that's happening. You have a lot of things happening for you. Abundance coming in. You know, you're starting new tasks. Spirit just whispered new business for some of you. A new path for some of you. Getting into a new career, right? But some of you also feel like you could just explode because energy is so high. With everything that's going on the planet, you just kind of feel like fast moving energy, like everything is going all over the place. You know, all these different energies moving in different directions at the same time. Okay? Hot Like Fire just came up for me, Aaliyah's song. I don't know if that's the name of it, but I know that's the lyrics to it, Hot Like Fire, or whatever, in one of her songs. So yeah, this is about you also getting downloads. Like you are connected to spirit, to primordial energy. So you've been getting downloads from creator, from divine, from infinite or intelligent infinity. So you've been studying. Somebody's been studying. I hear master teacher. So you've been studying underneath your master teachers. You've been seeking the information and the secrets of the universe. Yeah, so you know you have a lot of great things going on, but again, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And so sometimes even in that energy it could be very heavy. Okay. And then there's the whole, God, look at all these shadow cards here. I don't have to explain this very much, do I? You know, some of you feel like you literally have dug a hole for yourself. You feel like that because of the recent decisions you've had to make to disconnect from your divine other half. You know, sometimes it could be really dark and gloomy down that rabbit hole, right? You know, of self-respect, you know, of setting boundaries. But you also have, it's almost like a mother and child, you know, when they do things that are just not so honorable, and where they talk back to you, or they just start, you know what I mean, or they disrespect you in some way. It's like, wow, you know, you feel really funky about it, but at the same time you love them so much, it's like you can't be mad at them for too long. So once you get past that piece, the anger is like, dang, I wish I didn't punish him. Maybe I punished him too hard. Maybe I should have did it this way. You know, maybe I should have gone about it another way. So I feel like a lot of divine feminines are pondering how they've dealt with this situation and feeling like maybe they've dug a hole too deep, bigger than what they had anticipated, you know. Some of you may feel very isolated and stuck. Okay, but this hole is also about depression. Some of you may be depressed and in a very dark place your own self, because of your disconnection to, I almost said your disconnection to divinity. You know, I think a lot of us feel that here on the planet, because that's the experience we come here to have in 3D, 4D now, right? This disconnection to, you know, to divinity. You know, we forget that we're really just one. We are a part of Creator. We are all connected, you know, law of one, right? So some of us are depressed here because there's so many different energies right now on the planet with everything that's going on. But a lot of you also depressed because you had to make an executive decision to walk away from your twin. That was a hole you really weren't ready to dig. We also, you know, dig holes to bury things. You know, we're kind of sick and tired of the bullshit, right? You just want to bury the old, in with the new, out with the old, and you just want to bury things that no longer serve. And so, while it may be set you on this path of the explosion, right? This cosmic energy here, you do kind of almost feel like inside you want to combust, you know? Because it, you know, like I said, with the parent and the child, it's like it hurts you. I don't know if you guys just get spanked since you were little. I know I did, okay? And it's like your parents are like, oh man, it hurts me more than it hurts you, right? I get it. You know, I get it now as an adult. It's like you hate to have to render out repercussions or, you know, punishment, you know. But to every action, there's a reaction, you know. There are consequences to our actions. And so, oh, Divine Feminine, I feel your pain, sweetheart. I do. However, good news, right? On the horizon, you have window of opportunity, many opportunities, but I feel like three specifically and particularly in this situation because I'm looking at the three parts of the window. There's three opportunities in love for some of you, three opportunities for career or career change, three opportunities in business, three opportunities in ways to attract or newly attract financial security or finances. So there is a window of opportunity here, and you're on your way. I mean, I feel like you're just on your way to abundance. You know, if you turn any of them down, I feel like, you know, you're on your way. So again, with this explosive energy, you're on fire, Divine Feminine, you know, nonetheless. So, let's talk about Divine Masculine, like how he feels about the Divine Feminine right now. Bridge, I keep feeling like bridges have been severed. You know how they say, never burn your bridges, right? And I think that Divine Masculine is really feeling like he's burned his bridge to the Divine Feminine, and he's trying to figure out how to repair it. How can I, you know, put this water under the bridge for us so that I can get back? See, it's a pathway back home, okay? With this, a pathway back home to my divine self, to my divine other half. He's feeling very empty. Dang, another shadow card with this star right here. He's feeling very empty. His life is feeling real empty without the Divine Feminine. Man, the cards don't lie, you guys. The cards do not lie. I don't even have to explain that or go in depth about that. He's feeling real empty. His heart is feeling empty. He's feeling depleted of energy. You know, he's feeling blah. Okay. And then we have the scroll. And right here, this is about messages coming in. This is about letters or contracts or things like that. And so really what I feel like right here is that Divine Masculine knows that there's things that are still left unsaid. He's really hoping. I feel like somebody's twiddling their thumbs, figuratively and literally speaking. Like just hoping, praying that the Divine Feminine forgives him and that she sends him a text or some type of message to let him know that it's okay to contact her. It's okay. Maybe the block has been removed. Like it's okay for us to communicate. Because I think Divine Feminine, you usually are the one to break the silence. This is not the first time. And you're usually the one who wants to be the bigger person and who reaches out and who's like, hey, how you doing? And then, you know, everything is kind of back to normal. So this is about messages coming in, things that need to be relayed. When I think about scrolls, I think about ancient knowledge and wisdom, how they were recorded on scrolls, right? And I feel like divine masculine has been trying to get, let me rephrase that. I feel like divine masculine has been seeking knowledge, seeking esoteric wisdom, seeking, I feel like divine feminine, you're probably the one who dripped on him in the past, right? When I say drip, I just mean drop some knowledge on him, because typically divine feminines are the ones who are awakened first. They're on the awakening path, or at least on the cusp of. So they're, you know, receiving downloads and information, right? With this, again, this, I'm sorry, you guys, the lighting is real funky in here. Oh, my bad. With this cosmic explosion, right? This primordial energy. That's what that's really about. Plugging into, you know, your own psychic abilities, to spiritual knowledge, again, esoteric wisdom and whatnot. And so I feel like, you know, divine masculine, when he reads, when he comes across this information, when he receives downloads or even dreams giving him experiences like this, he thinks of you, divine feminine. Okay? Divine feminine, what are you thinking about the divine masculine? You're like, hey, he's chosen his path. And I'm going to let him take that path, even if it leads away from me, because he chose it. And I'm not going to beg him to stay. Been there, done that, you know, in your own way. I'm not saying literally. But you're like, hey, he has to, I feel like you've let it go. I hear let go. Go with the flow. You let him choose his path and you let him walk the walk. I'm going to make you put your money where your mouth is, somebody says. Okay? In doing this, though, you're allowing him to find treasure, to find the treasure, or, you know, refine, I should say, the treasure within himself. You're allowing him to also see what life is like empty without you, so that he can come into understanding of the treasure that he had in you, divine feminine. Okay? But you also feel like your divine masculine was a treasure. He was a treasure, even with all his buffoonery and his crazy and his up and down, bipolar, you know, emotions and actions. He was still very much your treasure. You know, he was a treasure to you as a masculine. Of course he is, because he's your divine masculine. Okay? But also, I feel like you have a sense of renewal. You also have been taking this time to go deep, but you feel like, as far as it pertains to him, you feel like, you know, the situation has been deep. The hurt and pain has been too deep. You know, you feel like, you know, and water is emotions and whatnot, right? Just going deeper. You feel like there has been a lack of that in the past. And so you, I think, subconsciously and intuitively know that choosing to let him go, choosing to let him go ahead down the path he claims he wanted to go down without you, you knew that that was what it was going to take on a subconscious level for him to recognize what a treasure you were, what a treasure he is, right? And also for him to go deeper, okay, and get in touch with his emotions. So, you know, I think you're feeling, for the most part as well, divine feminine, you're feeling not one way or the other. You're not worried about whether there's reconciliation or whether there's not, because you're still working on you. I feel like you really have kind of just let go. You know, let go, let God goes the saying, right? And so I feel like you really have let go and let Creator really kind of deal with this divine masculine and with the situation. So let's talk about the karmic a little bit. The karmic, could be the literal karmic because, there always is one. Or it could be a karmic situation that he's in. Because sometimes with divine masculines, they tend to try and keep choosing everyone else except for divine feminine and trying to turn those people into the divine feminine. Treat them like the divine feminine. Hope that they'll have the same experience as the divine feminine. Right? So the divine feminine, no, this is the karmic or third party, okay, person. This is about, the field is about, the possibilities, being focused on other opportunities or advancement of sorts, growth and expansion of sorts of your own abilities. And I feel like this divine, why do I keep wanting to say divine feminine? Because I just said that he wants to make, turn these other people, but particularly this karmic, he wants to make her almost, hope and wish her into being like you, the divine feminine energy in his life. Okay? I think he's gone so far to even call her the divine feminine or goddess or, whatever. Something that he probably typically would call you divine feminine. If he's acknowledged that you're the divine feminine. Okay? So this is about her being very much on point, like the points of those blades of grass, really being very precise and calculated about her movements. Okay? The sea could be vast. It could be very tumultuous and intimidating. You can feel the wrath, okay, of the sea if you get caught up in the wrong current. Okay? So this is about, that's what I feel with this. This is about raging waters. Rage just came up to me, like seething. I feel like this third party or karmic situation, this person is seething. I feel like they're being very strategic, but also it's almost like, yes, you'll feel my wrath. And whether she's saying that to you, divine feminine, or divine masculine, it's not clear yet. We'll get into that. But I feel like it's more towards the divine masculine. Because I do feel like she knows something is up. Something's changed. The current has changed, And then lion. Yeah, see, I just feel like this is not the lion who's, representing courage. This is a lion that's like, hey, I'm the top of the, the food chain. Nobody really, fucks with me, but everybody is my prey if I see to it, if I so choose. You know what I mean? Like that kind of energy. Like I'm on the prowl because I want to get what I deserve, what I've put my eye on. I deserve what I've been chasing kind of energy. Okay, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get mine. Okay, so what's going on with divine masculine and how he feels about this karmic person or third party person? Here's the key. The key represents the unlocking, right? Unlocking of things. Oftentimes what is locked away could be, money. We use it for safes. We use it for our homes. But we also can use it for mysteries. We always refer to unlocking the keys to the mysteries, right? I think initially this person maybe was a little mysterious or mystical to the divine masculine. Again, him thinking or relating to her reminded him much about the divine feminine. Okay? Again, hoping that she could be, maybe in the beginning, divine feminine, you weren't available. That does often happen in these types of relationships. The two of you are both in another situation. So maybe you weren't available. Maybe you got off to a very interesting start because oftentimes you may not be attracted to one another in the very beginning as divine twins. It just happens that way. That's part of the story sometimes. So you know, this was a different start, I think, with this karmic person. You know, she was a little mysterious or mystical. Maybe she's into magic, you know, candle magic or, you know, spells or something. You know, again, that reminded him much of divine feminine. Okay? Now, this is also about unlocking secrets. Okay? Keys to secrets. So I feel like this is more or less, that's what keeps coming up for me. The energy of it feels like there's been secrets, things untold that haven't been unlocked. Now, oh man, this is, wow, I have to count. I have to count. 1, 2, 3. All the shadow cards are right under each other too. Look. Cave, hole, everything dark and empty and void. Right under each other. Cave, hole, dark cave. Right? Dark box. Or it's not dark necessarily, but you know, if it was a real impression of what this was, it would be dark. It's dark inside of a box or inside of a whatever this is, right? Emptiness, void. Saying a lot there. So again, another shadow card. This is the 4th one that has come up in this reading. I'm sorry, I'm real unstable with my hand. I'm filming this with my hand. I'm sorry, guys. And to me, this represents what looks like dark chocolate. It doesn't look, I mean, it could be milk chocolate, but I feel like it's dark chocolate. Maybe this person is of chocolate complexion. Maybe this person represents, again, what is dark energy. Beneath, I'm not saying this is the visible part of the person. This is a shadow, right? This is the side that we don't see. You know, this person can go very dark. So whether they're dark complexion or not, this also represents, you know, I think of dark chocolate not so much as sweet like milk chocolate. It's more bittersweet, right? So I feel like this is bittersweet. Like divine masculine is saying, you know, there's something hidden. I'm trying to unlock it. Can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe he has found out already. Maybe it's already been unlocked. But something's going on around secrets, untruths, you know, hidden truths, something. Then, you know, there's also this kind of forbidden or bittersweet situation. Okay, I think it started off with this person was very mystical and magical and secretive and mysterious, possibly reminded him of you, divine feminine. It was more of a taboo, whatever this relationship was, probably very taboo and bittersweet, or chocolate representing sweetness at all is still about indulgence, the sweet indulgence. So maybe there was love making into the wee hours of the night. Maybe there was, you know, quiet getaways and weekend getaways and things that they weren't able to do with you, divine feminine. Okay, there was some difference there that drew them to this person. Okay, but again, it's turned a little bittersweet at this point in time. How do I know that? Because it's between this card representing secrets and unlocking things untold, and the bell, which represents alarm, alert. Somebody's on alert here. In divine masculine, I'm asking how you feel about this karmic relationship and this karmic person. And so you're on a bit of alert. You're on a bit of, I can't put my finger on it, but I know I have to keep my eyes open. There's something not right. There's something funny here. There's something going on here. Okay? With this bell. If you're not thinking that, then you should, because that is exactly why bell shows up. To ring the alarm. Hello, hello. Again, bells also clearing, I won't say clearing, but alerting us to the darker energies. Remember I said that kind of felt like a dark energy. So those darker energies, man, I'm feeling that. Like that's really resonating right now. So yeah, I think that's what's going on, divine masculine. So how does this karmic see the divine masculine? She sees him as a step up. You know, as far as she's concerned, he's one of the, you know, I almost said ascended masters. He can't be that. But, you know, he is someone who is like you know, he knows more than she knows, you know, in a sense of certain things, like in a sense of relating. He makes her feel like he's a step up. She's graduated, she's upgraded from what she's used to. You understand? But she also feels that he's changing. Butterflies are about change and transformation. He's transforming and he's changing, and I'm not sure that she likes that. You know, I'm not sure that she likes what he's changing into or who he's changing into. And again, he's this forbidden fruit, right? Pomegranate was also known, they said apples when they talked about Adam and Eve and the tree of, you know, forbidden fruit, so to speak. But it has also been said that it was a pomegranate. So pomegranate, you know, it also represents forbidden fruit. So initially, I told you that. I felt like it was some forbidden, taboo, you know, situation with the chocolate, right? Like a sweet indulgence. So she's feeling like divine masculine is this forbidden fruit. It's something she's not used to. And she, you know, definitely looks to him and looks at him as something that she would not normally have if she was to be in her true self. If she was to, he was to uncover and unlock what's truly inside of her, he would see how very strategic she was. And I feel like manipulative. That's what just came to my ears. He would see how much of a storm she could be, right? How much of a sea storm she could be. And those could be pretty crazy and dangerous. And if he could see the lion in her, and I don't mean the lion that's, that represents courage, typically in tarot, and strength, but how she has this view of life, of family, of her children, of other people around. Like, if they get in my way, anybody can succumb to my wrath. Okay, anybody can fall prey to my lion or lioness. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Divine masculine, how do you feel about this karmic? The harvest season is over. The berries have stayed on the bushes too long, and they too now are bittersweet. They too now are falling off the vines or rotting on the vines because they've stayed too long. That's what the skies in reverse represent. Something being, the season being past, gone, the harvest being left. There being no harvest in this situation. And so things were left too long, and now they no longer are even good. They're not good for anyone. They're not good to the taste. They're not good to eat. They're not good to take to market. Just wasted harvest. With this heart upside down, I don't even probably have to explain that, because you already can feel what that feels like. I already know you can. This is not love. This is not a true love, real love situation. In fact, this is more about possession and control. This is trying to hold on and manipulate and control and keep well past, again, the season. So I just feel like, I don't feel like there's just love lost and that there's no love at all. I just feel like divine masculine, you're feeling like, okay, I'm not in love with this person. What am I really doing? I'm not even thinking with my heart. It's not even in the upright. I'm not thinking with my heart. I'm not feeling with my heart. What am I doing? What's the point? Far too long. The berries are rotting on that vine. And here we have passion, right? Because that's what fire really represents, passion and energy. Fire represents energy. And this is about the energy that's being put into something. Like, it's a lot of passionate energy being put into this. Again, but it's just far too long. The season has passed. Your heart's not in it. And so you're trying to conjure up the last bit of energy that you can to continue on. Okay? What can we expect to happen between divine masculine and feminine in the next 30 days? What can we expect? You know, I had to say, you know, the next 30 days because things are changing, you know, but it may not be overnight. Okay? So we have stepping into leadership, stepping into your true nature, your true form. This is the Queen card, but it represents, you know, responsibility. It represents accountability. It represents, again, leadership, parenthood, you know, putting things or getting things in order. So whether it's the divine feminine or masculine or both, this is what's happening in the next 30 days. Someone's putting their foot down, putting on their crown, getting their scepter, and they're like, you know, I have to lead. I gotta go do what I gotta do. Okay? Yeah, so this is the pig in reverse. You know, the pig in reverse is about loss. Again, as this whole represents loss. A loss. If not depression, it's just a complete and total loss. You know, or a loss, which divine feminine, I feel like you're feeling, you know, like you took a loss. Because you never thought in a million years you'd have to walk away indefinitely, at least in your mind. You feel like this is just too much, I let it go. You've chosen your path. That's what it is. And I surrender. Okay? But this pig, you know, tells us, hey, you know, sometimes a pig is just a pig. It just is what it is. You don't have to make it into something that it's not. You can't. It just is what it is. Sometimes the facade is better. So I just feel like this is like, man, cutting losses. This is coming into accountability. Man, I fucked up. It just is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I was a pig. I was a pig, says divine masculine. Remember, these energies can be reversed, or messages, I should say, can be reversed, because just because I utilize masculine and feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine, if you're same gender loving, you know, at the end of the day, one of the two of you is in one or the other energy. Okay, someone's in the feminine, someone's in the masculine. Okay, only you know how this resonates. So, and then next we have, yeah, there's a loss. There's a loss of finance. There's a loss of gains, a loss of properties. There's contracts in this safe or some type of deed or something. There's a lot of loss. You've taken a lot of loss. I feel like this is mainly the divine masculine because you have not been living in your truth. Because you've been connected to a facade for so long now. Literally trying to cast your pearls upon swine. Literally trying to bring the pig in the house and dress it up like one of the kids. But a pig is a pig is a pig. Okay? No pun intended. So, what do the romance angels have to say to divine masculine and feminine about this relationship? The passion is gone. It's left the building. There's no passion right now. No one's passionate about it right now. Okay? No one's giving the relationship a chance. No one's really moving. I feel like a very stagnant energy, very standstill type of an energy right here. So no one's really giving this thing a chance. And to add to that, no one's making an effort. Okay? So it's just kind of at a standstill. Stalemate, so to speak. Rightfully so, because a lot of shit has happened. Okay? What does the divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine? He wants to say, I miss your touch. I miss your touch. Aww. He wants to say, I'm coming towards you. And he also wants to say, I choose you. Again, this energy of the Queen, taking accountability, taking responsibility, taking charge of the situation, cutting the losses, recognizing that pigs are going to be pigs. It just is what it is, and I've lost so much while I was repelling my divine. I've lost so much because of the disconnection. I mean, you feel depleted, and your finances, and your heart, your love, your home, and the energy around all the above mentioned shows it. Cards don't lie. Empty. Empty hole. Empty cave. Okay, divine feminine, what do you want to say to the divine masculine? Bazinga. What does that even mean? Well, bazinga is about, it's like saying bingo, nail on the head, you got it. What she's saying is now is the time. Get it or don't get it. But I think you're finally getting it, divine masculine. I feel that you're trying to get it. And if that is the case, then this is a time for celebration. It's time to pop bottles. You know what I mean? This is about busting open the champagne and celebrating because somebody finally woke up. Somebody is finally awake. Somebody has finally taken the red fucking pill. Thank goodness. She wants to say, brand spanking new. There's no way we can move forward in this unless we start anew. And I think you know that, divine masculine. And she also wants to say baby steps. We're going to have to take this thing slow because we've been here, done this before. And you've hurt me and you've let me down. You've lied to me. You haven't told me the truth. You made promises that you didn't keep. You haven't been a man of your word. I mean, what else do I need to say? So we have to go slow. Now, for the Trust Your Vibe deck, we want to get your soul's homework. And the card that comes out for that is Feed Your Spirit. Yes, I love it. Feed your spirit. So, how can you do this? You see an eye up there. I always think of the eye of Horus or the eye of Ra, all-seeing eye. You see a candle to light the way. Your eyes are open. The moon is out. I think you've encountered your shadow. This is about going introspective. This is about doing things that literally feed your spirit, feed your soul. Watching comedy, something that makes you laugh and restores your spirit. This is about taking a spiritual bath and just relaxing in it and charging your water with positive affirmations. This is about getting grounded, going to the beach. There's a lot of water in here. Water under this bridge. There's water going deep. We have the ocean or the sea. I mean, there is water. And even somewhere else I thought, but maybe not. But there's a lot of water in this reading, and so this is really about possibly for some of you getting to the water. Okay? Whatever makes you feel like you're supercharging your spirit, do it. Reading a good book that will lift and elevate and change your vibe, like something about esoteric wisdom, something about health, self-help, right? Helping yourself, helping to transition and change and evolve yourself. Okay? Those are things that can feed your spirit. For some of you, feeding your spirit might entail coming into some type of communication or union with your twin. Maybe. You have to let spirit lead you on that. I can't tell you exactly what, will resonate with you or how you're supposed to do it. Okay? So, all right, guys. That's it, and that's all. I thank you for tuning in time and time again. I appreciate you. And all you're getting, get Understanding. Remember, museandmagic.net. Okay, musingmagic.net, which I will also put again in the description box. You guys visit me. You can book your readings. You can also purchase some of the things you see here today, amongst other things. Products of mine that are soon to come. So I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys are too. And again, you know, we are all one. We are all connected. Remember that. Love is the highest vibration of all. Love brings change. Love heals all wounds. And you are the epitome of, you are the personification of love. Okay? The greatest gift Creator gave to any of us is love. Okay? Until next time, wholeness, you guys, wellness, health, wealth, love, light to you. And again, love brings change. Peace.